I'm on macro on the Play Touch here, and I'm trying to figure out what I got for memory in here, but it's very confusing, and I don't know. This don't look very clear on the Play Touch. I got it laying flat on my computer desk, so if I turn this like this, it doesn't do any good other than give me a sideways view, because I have to actually hold it up physically. But it shows 804 megabytes here. So here I am in memory. I'm trying to find out what it's got for internal memory. It does not say in the manual, and I I spent a lot of time looking through the manual, and it doesn't even mention that. Total memory is 886 megabytes. There it is right there. Okay? So my suspicions is correct that it's got 1 gigabyte of memory in internal memory. I'm talking about memory now, not RAM. I have no idea how you'd even find that out. So, that's what I'm looking at here. Oh, damn it, the screen's fading out on me here. Activate. No, we don't want to do that. System updates, apps. So, that's in the general information. So, yeah. So, that's what I've got, I guess. I don't know. Average memory use, 802 megabytes. So, I guess that's all I used. I guess that counts the apps, too. I don't know. I don't plan on using this for long videos, close-ups and stuff like that. I may get a card for it, and I've been looking at YouTube videos to see how it's doing. I got one up here now that how to transfer, but this one says Marshmallow 6. Mine is also updated to 6, but it don't say Marshmallow. But it's the same phone. So I don't have my micro SD card yet, and I'll get it when I get the extra money. But right now, the manual does state that not all micro SD cards will work in this. So I'm kind of like taking my chances. Average memory use. I have no idea what that is. Now it's down to 48 megabytes. That's weird. That is weird. Average. It's different reading every time. So I have no idea what I got for memory in this thing. I really don't. I have no idea what I'm doing here. And I don't want to make any videos that are going to be causing problems for everyone. But anyways, I just thought I'd throw this out there for what it's worth, and you know, something to watch, I guess. Alright, so I really don't know what I got for internal storage on this. I have no idea. I don't have a lot of apps in here. I downloaded a few, not too many. Fox 61. Google Earth, which seems to work okay. News. WWF, but most of the videos won't even play at all. So I'll probably take that out, because I had that in my tablet and it wouldn't work right either. Skype I put in. The only one that's got Skype is my son. I can talk to him by just walking over to his room. A couple others. That goes back to what I had before. So you can see I don't have all that much in here. But I like it. It does a good job. And I found my holder that, similar to what Doug has. This came on a selfie stick that I paid $5 for at, I don't know, one of the cheap stores around the area. I can't think of the name of it now. Can't think of the name of the store, but the only reason I wanted to get the selfie stick, I bought it a couple years ago, I still got it around here somewhere, is to do videos if I want to hold the camera. In this case, it was the Kodak ZE-1, so I never used this, but I found it, and it's just like the one Doug has, and it works very well. This phone is kind of wide, so you really have to really pull on it hard, and you don't want to pull on this little rubber thing here because you can break it right off, because you really got to pull it really hard in order to get it over the wide phone. So I usually do is I lift it up with my finger right here rather than to pull on this, because if I pull on this, I'll pull this right off. So it's got the tripod socket in the bottom. So that's how I was able to make that video in the workshop, the one I just had up there before this one. So that takes care of that, but you can see that how much stretching I got to do in order to get that to fit. But it goes in there. It's a two-hand operation, of course. It fits real tight. I may get another back cover for this if I can find one cheaper, because it's got a piece out of the corner. But it's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. I should really get a case for this, but then that might make it difficult to use the screen. But I'll look into that in the future too. It's not something I'm going to be carrying around with me anyways, because it's going to be primarily used in my shop for videos. And now, for some strange reason, when I use a WVGA video format, like on my Kodak ZE-1, which relatively, it goes into Windows Movie Maker relatively quick, and I can start editing right away, whereas when I put HD videos into Windows Movie Maker, you got like a little time clock there that you got to wait, and you got a little bar on the bottom left-hand corner that gradually goes up. So once that goes in, it's all right, because it's a larger file, it's HD, so Windows Movie Maker has to, you know, I guess, do its thing. Whatever it's doing, it doesn't cause my hard drive light to light at all here. I got a hard drive light below the power light. It's not on right now. You don't see that activated, but nevertheless, you got to wait until the HD video goes in. The very strange part about it, and this has happened before, and I never really could get answers to this, is when I am doing editing a WVGA video, okay, like I do most of my videos using the either the Kodak Play Touch is what I'm using now, set on WVGA, or my Kodak ZE-1 set on WVGA, and I put that in Windows Movie Maker. Let's say, let's say, for instance, let's say I put a 10-minute video, WVGA. I'll just throw a number out to you. Let's say it was 400 megabytes, okay? If I was to add in that stream on the timeline an HD video of 720p, let's say, in there, in the same stream on the video editor, even if it was only 1 minute long, for some strange reason, and don't ask me why because I have no answers to this, it'll make that entire video, WVGA, it'll make it HD. It'll increase the size of the WVGA, the whole thing. It'll increase it by at least double, if not triple. It looks good, but it causes the whole video to become HD, even though only 1 minute of that is HD and the rest is WVGA. It's a very, very, very strange thing, and I have no answers to that. I don't know if any of you ever run into that. Maybe you don't mix an HD video in the same string on the editing program as a WVGA. I think a lot of you probably just shoot in one format and that's it. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, if I do some close-ups with this, it says slide to unlock. That never works. That never works. Maybe, I don't know. Nope. You can't unlock it. Slide to unlock. Anyways, I don't know. I got a lot to learn on this, and I'm not going to get myself aggravated. I just put it away and come back later. If I do an HD video using this phone, even if it's 1 or 2 minutes long, I want to do some examinations on what I'm working on in the shop, or even a project video outside in the good weather. It's going to rain again today. And let's say that video is 1 or 2 minutes long, because I want to do a close-up. And then the main video is done on the Kodak ZE-1, okay? It's going to cause that entire project video to become 3 times the file size, because it converts the whole thing, the editing program converts the whole thing to HD. So there may be a problem. I may have to do separate videos, close-up videos on a project I'm working on, edit that, put that up on YouTube, and do the project that I'm working on, whether it be electronics or woodworking or whatever, on WVGA and put that up. Because if my projects can be very long, and so can my flapping. I don't think Doug or anybody will ever beat me on long-winded videos, I'm telling you. But it's easier for me to explain something rather than to type. As I said, I'm type very slow, and I just can't do it. So let's say I'm doing a project video and it's a half an hour long. Well, with WVGA, that's going to be almost 1 gig. If it's done in HD, it'll be 2 or 3 gigs, okay? The editing would be impossible or very frustrating, and the upload time would take a long time. We got cable, internet, but, and it's pretty fast, but I don't want my videos to be over 1 gig. Most of the biggest ones are usually just a little bit over 1 gig. Well, anyways, I can't do HD all the way on this. This will only record 5 minutes and 40 seconds before it stops, like I showed you and put the notations on the screen. So I can't use this to do the entire project video, because it'll stop, and I'll never know when it stops if I don't hear that beep. The first time it stopped, it just stopped, not because it was out of memory. The second clip I made, the memory was full. I can't mix the files, HD and WVGA. WVGA is my preferred format for recording, because it's much, much quicker to edit, easier. The file size is smaller, and the quality isn't all that much worse. Not as good as this, but close enough. So that's it. I'm talking too much, so I got a lot to learn. So I think this only has 1 gig of memory in here. If it has more than that, it's not showing. I just showed you. And the RAM, I have no idea. It doesn't even show that. So I'm not going to worry about it, because even if it don't have enough RAM, you can't change it anyways. It's built in. I'm sure there's no, I wouldn't even attempt to do more than just take the back off, which is a lot easier than I thought it was. Alright, I got some editing, but this is WVGA that I'm recording at, so it's going to be not too bad for me to edit and upload. So that's it. I got to shut this off. I need both hands to do this. Thanks for watching. Another long-winded video as usual.